Thank you, guys.
How many of you guys you think that you guys are addicted to caffeine? How many cups of coffee do you guys drink in a day? 1?
7.
2? 7? More? How about those little frappuccino things that you guys get at the Eagle's Nest? I personally get like 3 of those at night just to study for statistics sometimes. What about caffeinated sodas? Pepsi, Fanta, root beer. All of these have caffeine in them. Over 450 million cups of coffee are consumed in the USA every day. In the USA alone. Caffeine is a necessity in our society, and these days, all you hear on the news is how caffeine, like they have studies that show that how caffeine is good for you, how caffeine is bad for you. But you can't really trust what's on the news and stuff, because sometimes they just put stuff for ratings and money and revenue and stuff like that, so they can make up whatever they want, really, just to get your attention. So today I'd like to give you some of the hard facts about caffeine and the effects it has on your body. It may not cause you guys to change your soda consumption or coffee consumption, but at least you'll know what you're putting into your body. And I'm going to talk about the beneficial effects of caffeine, the negative effects of caffeine, and some safe levels of caffeine consumption. So I don't know about you guys, but I like my dessert first, so I'm going to start with the good news. Caffeine, which comes from the leaves, seeds, and fruits of over 63 different plants, is well known as a stimulant. In other words, it's something that wakes up the cells of your body. That's why people drink it. Caffeine helps you wake up, and it's been shown to increase attention spans. And this is really beneficial for truck drivers who have to drive long distances, and people who work in cubicles and stuff. And it's really it gets really boring in there, so you need to do your work. So take some coffee or something, and then you can finish your work faster. And some people say that that's not really a health benefit. But I have a prime example, and one of my friends, he goes to the school actually, and I'm gonna keep him unnamed because I don't want people to make fun of him or anything like that. But he was driving home one night after an event at 5 in the morning, and he fell asleep at the wheel. And he, fortunately, he's still alive to tell his kids. But he broke his arm. But I really think that if he had some kind of caffeine or some kind of coffee or soda or something like that, that could have probably been prevented. And he would have saved himself a lot of time, because he couldn't, he was 3 minutes away from his house when he crashed, so that really sucks. But that shows that caffeine can have an immediate positive impact on your life. Caffeine also contains antioxidants, which have been shown to have cancer prevention qualities. And with all the stuff we hear on the news today about cancer and stuff like that, how everything you touch gives you cancer, and that's really amazing. Because I read in an article a couple of weeks ago that if you put your laptop on your lap for too long, I guess that causes cancer. And that's ridiculous, because it's called a laptop. I mean, where else are you supposed to put it? But caffeine can help prevent cancer in some situations. The negative effects, however, of caffeine are largely dependent on how much one consumes. For example, if you consume a small amount, like maybe a cup of coffee or a can of soda or something like that, it can cause minor problems, like your heart rate to increase. Maybe you urinate a little bit more, which causes dehydration, which in turn causes acne to form around your body. And also it creates unwanted acids in your stomach and stuff like that. But in larger amounts, caffeine can cause you to have headaches, feel restless and nervous, and be unable to sleep sometimes. And in very large quantities, to have hallucinations, which I've never heard of, but that sounds fun. When large enough amounts of caffeine, like over 600 milligrams per day, are consumed over long periods of time, you can develop permanent sleep problems, develop depression, some forms of depression, and have problems with your digestive system for permanently. And according to a Medline article on the National Institute of Health's website, having caffeine in your diet, quote, is not of any benefit to your health, but moderate consumption is also not considered harmful. So what is moderate and what is excessive? Well, studies show that having up to 3 cups of coffee a day is considered average or moderate, while getting 10 cups of coffee a day is considered excessive. Yeah, so that gives you a little detail on what society considers excessive and moderate. But another major negative side effect of caffeine is the role it has in fertility. And various studies have shown that women who drink 2 to 2.5 cups of coffee a day had up to a 50% reduction in fertility rates. 3 cups a day actually led to early miscarriage, and that's about 300 to 350 milligrams a day, if you guys are wondering. So caffeine can have a negative effect on your childbearing plans. Also, the effect of caffeine on you personally actually depends on a couple of factors like your weight, your general health, your mood, and your personal sensitivity to caffeine. Like I knew this girl who didn't touch caffeine at all until college, and then she learned that in college it's like necessary. But she didn't touch it at all, and then she actually took a couple of sips of like a frappuccino, and she was sick for like 2 months because her body didn't really react to it well, and she was really sensitive to it. But people are different, so people react differently to different types of caffeine. So you can see that caffeine can have both positive and negative effects on your health and well-being. But the bottom line is that if you keep it at a moderate or low consumption, you don't have to worry too much. So the next time you're wondering if you should take that second frappuccino or that second cup of coffee to break you up, at least now you know what it will and what it won't do to you. And hopefully you can learn from other people's mistakes of drinking too much caffeine and you won't hallucinate. Thank you.
Thank you.